So I did a video a while back saying that you're getting ripped off with your infinite banking policy, and I was showing how people are overpaying on insurance costs and losing on the cash value side. Well, of course, by doing that, someone from that infinite banking community, that traditional community I'm talking about, gets all pissed off. So I'm going to hide their name here, but pretty much you can see here, you can pause if you want. But they're saying like, listen, you're making the two classic Nelson Nash mistakes. Assuming it's all about the policy. It's more about how you use the policy. It's designed perfectly for the plan to use it. Okay, so he's like, not every policy should be designed for maximum cash accumulation year one. Well, first off, many of the policies that we use aren't always cash accumulation from year one, right? It's not always like the 90% ones because the 90% ones cost more later on. We want the one that gives you more cash now and more later too, right? So it's not always the highest year one cash value. That's a mistake many people make. He goes on to say, number two, best way to use policy is to borrow, against it, assuming the best way is to borrow against it for investment purposes. It does not need to be borrowed against to be successful. True, I agree. But the whole point is, I told him this. I said, listen, first off, I was trained in the same Nelson Nash mentality, right? I've been trained the same way before years ago. Maybe before this guy came around. I don't know. But in any case, I heard all this traditional crap, right? The thing is, they try to use the software, and he even talks about how the godfather of IBC software says there are no deals in the insurance industry. Pretty much it all kind of evens out. That's bull, okay? And maybe that was true at one point, but it's not true today. Either way. That's what insurance salesmen try to do. They try to make you dizzy. They'll show you all their software, their numbers, and how it's going to look great. And they'll tell you to ignore the numbers. Ignore the numbers. But hey, it's good because we say it is. And that's what I was shown, right? I was shown that 15 plus years ago. It's like, hey, this is what it's like. It's good. In fact, longer term, you think of long term. It takes you 5 or 10 years before you have any decent amount of cash to even use in the first place. So I agree. It could be used to sit there, which is fine. But just comes back to this. You can't be financially free just using this policy. These policies will never make you financially free. They don't return enough to do that. No matter how you try to spin the numbers, you throw in inflation, it's thrown off, okay? You could live as cheap as you want and still you won't be able to be financially free off this, just like any mutual fund. None of those things work by themselves. You need other investments to help you. This is why we use it as a way for you to be able to double dip on your investment returns and not do risky investments like he's saying. I guarantee he's probably thinking mutual funds, stock market, whatever. We don't do that. And even real estate. He probably doesn't know how to do real estate, which is why he thinks it's risky. It's bullcrap, okay? The truth is that you want real assets if you're going to invest and use these things. You don't want to invest it and gamble in places where there's no real asset involved, okay? The point comes down to this, is that if you want true hope of financial freedom, you got to use these other investments. And you might even be able to do it without the whole life policy. The advantage that you get with the whole life policy is instead of just using a savings account, which is what most intelligent people will do, is they'll take their money from savings and invest it into alternative investments, things that actually do make them better returns. But we're giving you another alternative that gives you even better returns. The people that are even smarter than the smart people, those that understand I can now double dip if I have the right kind of policy. That's why it's got to be designed right. So I know this is longer than my usual type of TikTok, Instagram type video, but I got to give some context here that all these people will make it sound like you got to do it this way, okay? And maybe I sound like that guy, but I've seen this for over the years. I've seen people try to claim that their way is right, yet never really give me a good, solid explanation for it. And they never do. For anybody who has an investor mentality that knows and understands money, they never do. They always try to make it sound like it's better than doing the Dave Ramsey method. Well, yeah, but almost everything's better than the Dave Ramsey method. Okay? It's about how you get the best leverage from the money now, getting acceleration of your money, not just accumulating it over many, many years. That's the slow way, and also, I think really the riskier way to not creating wealth. So anyways, guys, that's the thing. It's like, watch our other videos. Don't just watch one video and think you understand everything we talk about here, right? That's why you got to watch more of our videos here at the Money Ripples channel that we have. Go and make it a great day, guys. And I hope you actually get this and get it to apply in your life so that you make more money, which is the whole point of this thing, is that we want you to make more money so that you're financially independent by 2030 or in the near future. Guys, talk to you later.